Hello, welcome to the Lois and Lamar TV talk show. I am your host for the evening, Lois, and I have a special guest here with me this evening, Stephanie Ellison Lewis. Stephanie is a fashion designer, and she's going to share with us what it's like. Stephanie, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
How long have you been a fashion designer?
I would say, if I'm correct in my memory, I think I started when I was about 13 when we moved to New Jersey from Philadelphia. My mom, we moved and there was no houses. Well, there were houses, but a lot where we had moved, there was a lot of field and there weren't a lot of kids. And my mother told me to go upstairs and find something to do. So I started sketching. I have sketchbooks, loads of sketchbooks, and some of the designs I was sharing earlier that I've seen them now that I've done back in the 70s. So I've been doing it for quite a while.
So you acquired an interest in designing from your mother,
Yes.
being a seamstress.
Yes, my mother was a seamstress who was able to sew without a pattern. And I also think I got the art my sketch I paint from my uncle, her brother. So yes, but my mother's sewing is definitely where I believe I got the gift.
Now, did you have any formal training in design before you became a designer, or did you just do it cold turkey?
I did it cold turkey. I don't sew, I just design and sketch. But I did, when I graduated from high school, I decided at 24 that I didn't want to be 30 years old working behind a desk. And I went back to school at Moore College of Art and Design, Philadelphia. And what I feel that the school taught me was how to you can sketch something, but can it be worn? Is it comfortable? Can you move in it? So I feel that the school taught me the technical part of design on how a garment goes from paper to fabric to a body.
Can you share with us some of the places that you have worked as a designer?
There was my first internship was with a woman named Gloria Sachs in New York City. I got my own. The school was supposed to get you your own internship, but I got my own when I was up there shopping, putting shoes on layaway. And the girl saw me with my portfolio and asked me could she see it, and she told me that the place across the street was hiring. So I scurried right across the street, and that was my first job in New York City. I had graduated in December of I just graduated in May of '88, and I got my job in February of '89, which was a junior sportswear company.
Okay, did you do anything else other than shoes when you were in the industry?
I've been a buyer for Essence magazine, had a Essence by Mail women's catalog, and I was a buyer. I did a lot of product development. I even designed shoes. I went to the Vegas shoe show for 4 years straight, twice a year. And I built the shoe business up there by designing shoes, knowing what the customer wanted. And I think that's the whole key of being a designer, is knowing who your customer is. You have to know who that person is and giving them what they want. And a lot people don't want to see themselves, and you just try to give them something different.
With each new customer, so the key point is different.
Yes, unique.
You don't want to give them the same thing.
Yes.
It must be different.
Yes, yes.
Are you still in the industry, or are you looking to get back into the industry? What are you doing now?
I am currently now a substitute teacher. I would love to be back in the industry. It's in my bones. I love looking through magazines. I love looking at the runway shows. I love looking at the red carpet. My dream job is to be a red carpet designer for the people in the fashion, in the entertainment industry.
I like that. Tell me, have you ever attended any other schools other than Moore College of Design and Art?
No, I have not. I had thought about going back, but it never materialized.
If you had that opportunity now, do you think you would do it?
It was in Paris, absolutely.
In Paris, oh, every girl's dream, right? In
In
Paris.
Paris, yes, absolutely.
All right. Have you ever shared any of your designs with any famous people? Have you ever created anything and sent to any famous people?
Yes, I when Michelle Obama came on the scene, and she was very gracious in entertaining a lot of unknown designers. I sent her, I think it was about 8 sketches of designs, and I did get a formal letter back from the White House. Nothing became of it, but I just was happy that someone did see them.
That must have been an exciting moment
It
for
was.
you.
It was. Very.
To even have that opportunity to do that.
Yes, because she was, I think, for me, she was the most, probably aside from Jacqueline Kennedy, she's the most in fashion, innovative first lady that we've had. Yes. What's interesting is the ones that you really love they're so old. This is probably 20 years old.
These are 20 years old.
Some of those, that beige suit, I did that when I started to try to get a job in 1988.
Oh wow! So you're telling me
I'm telling you, this is new.
This is new.
That one.
This one right
Yes.
here. This was 20 years.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing about a good designer, things that if you're a good designer, a lot of things that you do, they're going to be timeless.
Absolutely.
And where have you been hiding this whole time?
In Silverdale, New Jersey.
Somewhere doing it.
Yes.
You see, people you may be able to find in your own back door. If you just look hard enough, stop looking so far, and turn around and look in your backyard to see what's really going on, you may find a jewel. Because I really found a jewel right here. I think this is great.
I did work in New York City for over 17 years. I commuted from here to there, and I loved it. When I graduated from college, I got a job. I graduated in May and I got a job in that February. And I always say if I could do it over again, the thing that I would have done, evening wear is my forte. That's where I really love to design. But the first job that I got was a sportswear job.
Okay.
Junior sportswear at that.
Okay.
And I didn't keep grinding, trying to make sure that I got an evening wear job. I remember having an interview at Oscar de la Renta, and when I entered, the designer at that time was Francesco Costa, and in the waiting room was Barbara Walters.
Nice.
And what was interesting
Nice.
was I knew her voice, and I was like, I think that's Barbara Walters.
Yes,
But-
you know the
Yeah,
voice.
I knew the voice. Yes.
You already know,
Yes.
exactly.
And this here is when I was working at Essence. Susan Taylor, who was the editor at the time, had
I
asked.
remember. Yes.
The Essence by Mail customer was the woman, the church. They called her the church woman. Who
We
wore
all
the-
have one of those.
Yes, the hat, the suit,
The fan.
the shoes, the handbag, and so she wanted to do a kind of a more luxurious, lounging look.
Okay.
So we had to present. My department had to present to her, so they got me to do. This was the board. It was a 20 by 30 board that I did of these sketches. We just couldn't do it because the Essence by Mail customer was the average middle class.
Okay.
We believed she was a grandmom,
Okay.
possibly taking care of grandkids,
Yes.
and she wasn't going to spend the money that Susan Taylor had in her mind
Yeah.
of what it should have been.
She didn't have the vision at the moment.
Yeah, so that was something that I presented to her, which was also a plus that I was real excited about. Then I also have in here, at one time, Spiegel and Ebony Magazine had joined forces, and they had a women's clothing catalog
Okay.
called E-Style. And I had sent in some designs, and one of my designs was created and sold in the magazine. And that's it. That's in here.
I don't know where it is. This is your Bible, right? You have to show me where this is.
This is actually
I'm excited.
there's 2 of them. This is one that I had done. This is what I sent in And well, this is my interpretation of what it should be. But again, I was saying earlier, you have to know who your customer is. And knowing who your customer is, it had to be a little less sexy. I mean, you also, in fashion and entertainment, everything is always exaggerated.
Yeah.
So
very strong jet.
yes, because you want it. It has to be attractive to get somebody's attention. So, but they ended up, because of cost and money and fabric, they changed it to be this, and I mean, it still looks nice. And then this was a second. I'll move this picture out.
Sure.
This was the one that was featured in the magazine. This was two also, each side. And that was what design I get. And as you see, they changed it a lot because of cost.
Okay.
There's not as much braid. I was very
yes, I
generous
see.
with the braid.
Yes, right here, I see that.
But they liked the color and everything, and so this was something that,
But it still kept the base form.
Right. The one.
Okay.
This is another company that we dealt with. It's called Asro at the time.
Okay.
And they would fly me out twice a year. We did a lot of Afrocentric stuff with them, because again, for the church
yes.
customer, and this was what we had done, and that's the board that I presented, and we made it.
Like, to be honest with you, like, I'm looking at the way that you have, the grass right here, and streams, like, and the trees and the bushes right here, all for the design. That's me. And then the thing is, I love the fact that you actually bring the actual magazines, articles for them, because this is the proof, people. Like, it's not like this person is just, making drawings and it hasn't been anywhere. The stats and the articles and the magazines, they speak for themselves. Let me see. So tell me, like, I know you sit there and say that you would, if you could do it all again, you would go for, the nighttime wear. But see, the thing about the journey, you were able to learn everything, including the nighttime wear, as you made your journey up. So if you just started off just with nighttime wear, if someone asked you about something else, you would have nothing to tell them.
That's right. Absolutely correct.
And you wouldn't be able to work for them if they needed that specific category. So always think, if I had to do it again, would I really change it? We go through these things. We always ask ourselves these type of questions with a lot of things in life. If I could do it all again, what would I do? And the thing is, even down to the audience, like, if you could do it again, would you really? Would you really want to go back and swipe everything clean and not have all the knowledge that you have now? Things are supposed to happen a certain way. That's how it is for us all. So you take that journey, and everything that you take, the wins, the losses, is all part of it. Because if you didn't lose, you wouldn't know what it's like to win. And man and woman, we cannot always upgrade ourselves without doing new challenges and the feeling of overcoming those challenges to be what we truly are meant to be. Without the challenges, the sword can't be tempered.
I feel that there's still room for me to grow and learn. One of the designers that I really respect and appreciate everything that he creates is Stefan Rolling. He's a couture designer, and if I had the opportunity, I would go work there and pick up the pens just to be under him. Because he puts metal pieces. Celine Dion had a very famous appearance. I think it was January of 2017. It was Music Awards, I believe. And she came out and they lifted up these like chandelier. She had this gown on with these huge, magnificent puff sleeves.
Nice.
And I knew it was him. As soon as I saw the gown, I was like, I knew that's him.
You had that magic touch, right?
Exactly, and I knew it was him, and I was like, that's it. So I like designers, and I believe I'm that designer that when somebody sees that garment, they'll know that I did it.
Don't believe, know.
Right, that's true.
You know you're that designer.
That's right. You're right.
Because if you don't know it, How can anyone else know it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what I substitute teach, and that's what I tell the kids all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'll come in when you want to get your attention. One of the things I say is, okay, everybody turn around, stop talking, and look at my beautiful face.
Mm-hmm.
And your little kids are like, they start laughing. I'm like, if I don't think I'm beautiful, who else is? You have to think you're beautiful.
That's right.
And so it's a lesson for them too, to take that with them. And I think that there's so many different walks of lives and people in different upbringings, and I think that helps kids just kind of settle and know that they're special.
Oh,
and I wish there was more of that.
There will be, because you put it out there.
Yes.
And the people out there, they're hearing it too.
Yes. If I don't think so, if you don't think it, who else will?
And I really do believe and know that you are going to go far. All you have to do is keep putting in the work. Yo, I'm so caught up in this, but I really got to have this quick break. This is Lois Lamar. We'll be right back.
Stephanie, thank you so much for coming on the show and sharing your journey with us as a designer.
Thank you so
Enjoyed
much for having
you
me.
here. And hopefully you'll be back again.
Yes.
Like, tell us, like, you know, for the people out there that really want to work with you in the future, like, tell us, is there any, like, social media or phone numbers, emails, anything that, you know, you could be reached at?
Instagram, Steph, STEF 8788. I just started an Instagram account with a lot of my designs on it. A account at WordPress, which is www.designsbysteph.wordpress.com. You can also reach me at my Gmail account, which is steph8788@gmail.com. And I'm available. I just started co-designing luxury eyewear with my sister, bullywear.com at www.vulliwear.com.
This is really special because we haven't had a clothing designer yet. This is our first one. So I'm actually really excited about this because I love fashion and clothing design. So this is really cool, and I want to thank all of you for coming out to seeing us, for Lois and Lamar, for the Rising Stars. Let's give you a helping hand and we'll show you the plan. Thank you very much for seeing us, and we'll see you next time. Peace!
Yeah, man. It's our time, man. Time to shine. Yeah. Feel me? Yeah. Yeah, I know I'm gifted. Sometimes it feel like I'm drifting. Anchor to the bottom of the sea, so I won't let go my vision. Lost steps as I go that distance. In between making weird decisions. Real life interrupting my dreams, like real life don't see my existence. And they say, man, the sky's the limit. And I'm still trying to fly up.